Self-immolation of Primacharya earlier this week, followed by 2 more suicide cases of business persons in the past 48 hours, has highlighted our failing state and social systems. Acharya's note before the incident accounted the hardships that many common public are compelled to live with. These incidents raise call on the decision makers to rectify past mistakes, improve state mechanisms, and ensure every individual gets the opportunity to thrive to their desired potential. Good evening, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Airports constructed with billions of rupees on loan, but operational part undermined. Gautam Buddha Airport sans flights for the past 1.5 months. 8 out of 10 airports of Sudur Paschim stranded. Executive head of the country entrusted with too many responsibilities. Job description ranges from TU Chancellor to the chair of Tiger Conservation Committee. Loan policy of the BFIs and the state's treatment of small and medium enterprises drawn into controversies after 3 cases of suicide this week. And Asif Sheikh awarded with the ICC Spirit of Cricket Award 2022 for his decision not to run out Andy McBride after the Irish star tripped while attempting a run. International flights have not been held from the Gautam Buddha International Airport for the past 1.5 months, while there is no certainty about their resumption either. With no international flights, the officials of the airport are understandably without work. In the meantime, the operation cost of the international airport, built with foreign loan, has been on the rise. There was a total of 49 officials at the Gautam Buddha International Airport before the beginning of international flights. Of them, 32 were permanent staff and 17 contract service providers. The airport now has 145 permanent staff and 72 contracted employees. A total of 16 offices have been established to facilitate the operation of the international airport, including customs, immigration, transit, storage facility, and security, among others. Following the halt in the operation of the international flights, officials of these entities are without work. International flights had begun at the airport on May 16, but have not been held since December 18. Jazeera Airways, which had flights to Kuwait, has halted its operation, citing poor visibility. Himalaya Airlines has also not begun its regular flights. While the Jazeera Airways has said that it will hold regular flights from February 2, its operation remains uncertain. Despite the installation of instrument landing system, which facilitates landing even during adverse weather condition, the technology has not been used because of no approval from India. In the 7 months of inauguration, 155 international flights have been held from the airport. While 13,466 passengers landed at the airport, 17,901 have taken off. The Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal has provided a 100% waiver on charges for landing, taxiing, communication and flight service. Likewise, 50% waiver has also been provided for the period of 1 year on the ground handling charges collected by the Nepal Airlines Corporation. Despite these facilities, international airline services have not been attracted to the Gautam Buddha International Airport. Aviation experts have said that it is imperative for the government to initiate diplomatic efforts to receive the permit for alternative air route from India. Failure to do so is likely to push the entire nation in the depths of debt, as the airport was built at an investment of 30.5 billion rupees, including 7.5 billion in loan from the Asian Development Bank. Airports have been constructed in all Sudur Paschim districts excluding Dadaldhura. However, flights are not held from Kailali and Basang. Calibration and test flights have been held several times at the airports of hilly districts in Sudur Paschim, but there are no regular flight services. Despite test flights after every change in ministers, the province has not witnessed regular aviation services. There are 10 airports in 9 Sudur Paschim districts. However, except for the ones in Kailali and Basang, all the other airports are in a sorry state and out of operation. While the airports in Patan, Baithadi, Dipayal, in Doti and Safe Bagar in Assam have black-topped runways, the runway at the Darchula airport is in the process of being black-topped. Leaders who are sure of operating the airports during their electoral campaigns have begun ignoring their promises after the elections. In our Public Voice segment, today we have asked in several provinces regarding the trend of failing to operate airports that have been constructed at huge investments. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
यो राज्यको उदासीनता हो भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ।
सरकारको सबैभन्दा कमजोरी र फितलोपन हो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई।
सरकारको असफलता पनि हो भन्छु म।
त्यति अब फाइदा नहुने देखेर पनि होला
लापरवाहीले हुन्छ। आफ्नो लोकप्रियता कमाउनको लागि चाहिँ यो खोल्नुभयो एयरपोर्टहरू, तर सञ्चालनमा ल्याउन सक्नु भएन।
हप्ताको एक दिन भनी उडान गरिदिनु पर्छ।
बनाए पर एयरपोर्ट चलाउन पर्ने,
पहिल्यै योजना बनाएर मात्रै एयरपोर्ट बनाउनु पर्ने हो।
आवश्यक छ या छैन त्यो विषयलाई हेरेर चाहिँ निर्माण गर्नुपर्छ।
देखाउनको लागि मात्र स्टन्टको रूपमा मात्रै प्रयोग गरेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ
Executive head of the nation, the Prime Minister of the country shoulders the responsibility of several entities. Along with the regular tasks of government operation, the Prime Minister has been chairing over 50 government entities, ranging from the role of the Chancellor of Universities to the Chair of National Tiger Conservation Committee. Based on the government regulation, the Office of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers is assigned with 48 responsibilities. These responsibilities range from operation of the government to monitoring and directing the entities under its jurisdiction. The responsibility of the Prime Minister is not limited to these tasks, as the Premier is the chair of several councils, academies, trusts, universities, commissions and committees. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal is currently the chair, trustee and chancellor of more than 50 government bodies. The Prime Minister himself may not be aware about the departments under his leadership. In addition to universities, investigative departments and academic institutions, Prime Minister also chairs the councils, committees and commissions of ministries, including the Investment Board and the National Planning Commission, that are tasked with the responsibility of ensuring development of policies and the nation. With Prime Minister at the helm of such bodies, their operations are expected to gain momentum and become productive. However, the Prime Minister, who is busy with political and regular administrative procedures, does not get to attend the meetings of such entities or regularly monitor their progress. Former administrators are of the opinion that such a practice only adds burden to the Prime Minister while limiting the productivity of these entities. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before we ask today's question, let us take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked what should be done to protect small and medium enterprises. 51% were for A, business-friendly policies, 28% were for B, improved bank loan mechanism, and 21% were for C, ensure market for products. Here is our today's question. What do you term responsibilities of several departments on the shoulder of the Prime Minister? Your options are A, respect to executive head, B, wrong practice of centralization, and C, consequence of lack of trust. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It is now time for a short break, but for more news, to stay with us. Within 24 hours of self-immolation by Premacharya, a business person of Ilam, Mohan Neopane of Viratnagar and Ramdev Marik of Saptari have committed suicide. Loan policy of the banking and financial institutions and the state's treatment of small and medium enterprises or SMEs has been drawn into controversies after these incidents. Based on the recent financial census, there are 3.2 million workers in Nepal, of whom 1,897,000 are employed by the cottage and small-scale industries. There are a total of 923,000 such entities. However, the sector, which makes significant contribution to the national economy, has not been prioritized by the government. Such SMEs have shared grievances regarding the government failure in ensuring facilities in terms of tax, loans and interest rates. The Industrial Enterprises Act 2020 has identified entities with a fixed capital of 2 million rupees and a maximum of 9 staff as cottage industries, while those not exceeding 150 million rupees are small industries. In addition to the absence of policies for protection of such industries, aid allocated for them are also abused by those with access. Experts are of the opinion that problems have surfaced as the state's approach to small and large-scale industries have no contrasts. Acharya, who self-immolated on Tuesday, had raised issues including discouraging import, protecting manufacturing industries, limiting interest rate on loans for such industries to 7%, and putting an end to the role of middlemen, among others. The government has also formed a committee to investigate these issues. However, it remains to be seen if the committee and the government take any initiative to address the problems of cottage and small industries of the country. Time now for the international news. ChatGPT, a chatbot powered by reams of data from the internet, has passed exams at a U.S. law school after writing essays on topics ranging from constitutional law to taxation and torts. Prior to this, ChatGPT had cleared U.S. medical licensing exam and Wharton's MBA exam as well. ChatGPT from OpenAI, a U.S. company that this week got a massive injection of cash from Microsoft, uses artificial intelligence or AI to generate streams of text from simple prompts. The results have been so good that educators have warned it could lead to widespread cheating and even signal the end of traditional classroom teaching methods. Jonathan Coy, a professor at Minnesota University Law School, gave ChatGPT the same test faced by students, consisting of 95 multiple-choice questions and 12 essay questions. In a white paper titled ChatGPT Goes to Law School, published on Monday, he and his co-authors reported that the bot scored a C+ overall. While this was enough for a pass, the bot was near the bottom of the class in most subjects and bombed at multiple-choice questions involving mathematics. The authors wrote that in writing essays, ChatGPT displayed a strong grasp of basic legal rules and had consistently solid organization and composition, but the bot often struggled to spot issues when given an open-ended prompt, a core skill on law school exams. Meanwhile, Google parent company Alphabet is laying off 12,000 workers. While analysts have said that the decision was to cut costs, especially because of overhiring during the coronavirus pandemic, there seem to have been some concerns around the ChatGPT as well. Team Nepal's wicketkeeper Asif Sheikh has been named the recipient of the ICC Spirit of Cricket Award 2022 for his decision not to run out Andy McBride after the Irish star tripped while attempting a run. Asif has become the first player from Nepal to win the ICC Spirit of Cricket Award. The incident occurred when Nepal and Ireland had faced off in the 6th match of the quadrangular series in Oman on the 14th of February last year. In the match, Ireland were put into bat, but Nepal checked the Irish scoring rate with regular wickets. At 113 runs for 8 after the end of 18 overs, Ireland needed a late flourish with the bat to post a fighting total. Kamal Singh Ari was tasked with bowling the 19th over. Off the third ball, Mark Adair went for a big heave over leg side, but the ball hit his leg and dropped towards the leg side. The bowler, in his attempt to retrieve the ball, collided with non-striker Andy McBride as the Irish batter tripped and fell halfway on the pitch. Ari quickly got to the ball and threw it to keeper Asif Sheikh, at which point McBride got back up but was well short of his crease. However, Asif decided not to whip the bails off, a gesture that received widespread recognition across the cricketing fraternity. For the gesture, Asif Sheikh has now bagged the Spirit of Cricket Award. He was the Women's ODI Cricketer of the Year, and Women's T20 Cricketer of the Year went to Tahleela McGrath of Australia, and Women's Emerging Cricketer of the Year was Renuka Singh of India. Now, Gandaki Province have progressed to the semi-final round in the men's category of the Tiger Cup Volleyball Championship. The province team secured a straight-set victory over St. Joseph of Sri Lanka to move to the last four. The visiting side from Sri Lanka failed to secure a single win at the tournament. First set of the match, played at the volleyball court of the Pokhara Stadium, was very competitive. Gandaki came back from 23-24 down to secure a 26-24 win. Gandaki then maintained the momentum as they crushed the visitors 25-14 in the second set. Joseph came back in the third set and were leading 21-18 at one point of time. However, Gandaki held their nerves and leveled the set 23-all before winning 25-23. With the win, Gandaki have 8 points from 4 matches and finished second in the league round. Meanwhile, with a single point from 4 matches, visitors St. Joseph crashed out of the tournament. In another match, Tribhuvan Army Club brushed aside departmental rivals Nepal Police Club in straight sets of 25-17, 25-19 and 25-23 to move to the last four. Despite the defeat, Police also progressed to the semi-finals as they finished fourth in the league stage. APF remained unbeaten in the league round and finished atop the points table. They will now take on Police, while Gandaki will go head-to-head against Army in the semi-finals. Departmental team Tribhuvan Army Club have progressed to the grand finale in the women's category of the Tiger Cup volleyball tournament. Army secured a 4-set win over New Diamond Academy to secure their berth in the tournament's final. They will now play departmental rivals Armed Police Force in the grand finale. In the match played at the volleyball court of the Pokhara Stadium, Army came back from being a set down. Despite winning the first set 25-23, New Diamond could not sustain the momentum as Army dominated the second set to win 25-13 before securing a 25-17 and 25-21 wins in the following two sets. Up next is the weather update. That is all for the moment. Up next is the news in Nepali. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.